Okay, if you get this kind of a graph, what will be your first comment? Like examiner asks you your comment on this graph. So you are supposed to say like this is now muscle preparation, like say the simple muscle twitch graph for the calculation of conduction velocity. Conduction velocity, that you should emphasize on this phrase conduction velocity, for conduction calculation of the conduction velocity in a particular sciatic nerve. Now why are you saying so? The reason for that is this graph will always have two things, like two graphs, two simple muscle twitch, one depicted by M, the other one depicted by V. What does it mean? Like say if we are taking the nerve muscle preparation like this way, this is vertebral end and this is muscular end. It means if we are stimulating the nerve at the muscle end, then we are getting this graph, and if we are stimulating the vertebral end, then we are getting this second graph. So what is the difference between these two? You have to focus on this latent period. If we look at the latent period for the vertebral graph is more as compared to the latent period for the muscle end. And you all know what are the reasons of the latent period. Reasons of the latent period is time taken by the nerve impulse to travel from, suppose we are providing the stimulus at the vertical end. So time taken by the nerve impulse to travel along this nerve, then to pass through the neuromuscular junction, release of the neurotransmitter, then generation of the end plate potential, action potential within the muscle, and contraction. So what is extra in this graph if we stimulate the sciatic nerve at the vertebral end as compared to the muscle end? All the other things like the neuromuscular junction and muscle part remains the same in both the condition. In the vertebral end, the nerve impulse has to travel this much distance more, right? So if we know the distance between the vertebral end and the muscle end, and if we know the difference between the latent period, we can calculate the conduction velocity. See, what is the reason for the latent period in the vertebral end? Travel along this thing and neuromuscular junction and muscle part. And what is the reason for the latent period stimulation at the muscle end? Neuromuscular junction and muscle end part. So neuromuscular junction and muscle end part will be the same. इन दोनों में सेम होगा. एक्स्ट्रा क्या है vertebral end वाले में? Travel along this distance. So if we know the difference between the latent period, कि मान लो आपका latent period आता है L1 minus L2 is for V and L1 is for M. So the L2 will be more as compared to L1. So L2 minus L1 से L2 है हमारा अगर हम वर्टिबल एंड को करते हैं, L1 है अगर मसल एंड को करते हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली वर्टिबल एंड को स्टिमुलेट करेंगे उसका लेटेंट पीरियड ज़्यादा आएगा. और अब हमें ये पता चल जाए, हम कैलकुलेट कर लें कि L2 और L1 के बीच में कितना डिफरेंस है, एंड हमें ये पता है ये क्या आएगा, ये आएगा टाइम. ठीक है, लेटेंट पीरियड कितना ज़्यादा लगा, और हमें टाइम पता है और हमें ये डिस्टेंस पता हो तो हम वेलोसिटी कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे ना. सो इसमें हमें लेंथ ऑफ द सियाटिक नर्व हैज़ बीन गिवन. सो इसका मतलब ये वर्टिबल एंड से लेके मसल एंड तक, दैट इज़ द सियाटिक नर्व लेंथ, दैट इज़ 8 सेंटीमीटर. सो हमें पता है कि ये 8 सेंटीमीटर है. इसको 8 सेंटीमीटर मत लीजिए, या 8 चलो सेंटीमीटर है तो उसको मिलीमीटर में कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे. तो हमने ये लेंथ पता है. अब हमें सिर्फ लेटेंट पीरियड का डिफरेंस पता करना है. तो लेटेंट पीरियड का डिफरेंस कैसे पता करेंगे? L2 माइनस L1, इसको हम कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे स्केल से कितना मिलीमीटर आ रहा है, और उस मिलीमीटर को इस स्पीड के हिसाब से कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे 640 के हिसाब से, कि जैसे 640 मिलीमीटर इज कवर्ड इन 1 सेकेंड, राइट. इफ यू कन्वर्ट 1 सेकेंड इंटू मिली सेकेंड इट विल बी 1000 मिली सेकेंड. सो 640 मिलीमीटर इज कवर्ड इन 1000 मिली सेकेंड. सो x मिलीमीटर, इनके बीच में जो डिफरेंस है L2 और L1 के, x मिलीमीटर विल बी कवर्ड इन 1000 डिवाइडेड बाई 640 मिली सेकेंड. सो ये हमें पता चल जाएगा L2 L1 का डिफरेंस. अब हमें लेंथ दे रखी है सियाटिक नर्व की. सो लेंथ डिवाइडेड बाई जो हमारा L2 और L1 में डिफरेंस आया वो, उससे आपकी स्पीड आ जाएगी, और वी कैन से द वेलोसिटी, द कंडक्शन वेलोसिटी of the impulse in sciatic nerve. So that's how we will calculate. Now what all the questions you might get in this one? What are the factors on which the conduction velocity depends? So the conduction velocity, if you can recall back at the starting lectures of the nerve muscle, the conduction velocity through a nerve fiber, it depends on the diameter, right? Diameter of the nerve fiber. It depends on the type of the nerve fiber. Like there is Gasser and Langer classification of nerve fibers, type of the fiber A alpha, beta, A gamma, A delta, B and C, right? Then it also depends on the distance, how much distance it has to travel. Then it depends on myelination, if it is the nerve fiber, particular nerve fiber is myelinated or unmyelinated, and it also depends on temperature within the physiological limit. So that are the factors on which the conduction velocity depends. Now they can ask you what kind of the sciatic nerve is. It is mixed nerve carrying the sensory as well as motor fiber. Okay. Now the next question might be like, say what is the question? Why there is difference in latent period when sciatic nerve is stimulated at two ends? Why? Because if it is stimulated at the muscle end, it has to just travel the neuromuscular junction and travel along the muscle. But if it is stimulated at the vertebral end, so it has to travel the entire length of the sciatic nerve, and the time taken by that travel from throughout this nerve, sciatic nerve, is the reason for difference in the latent period. So that's all kind of the question you might get in this nerve conduction velocity. Okay, nerve conduction velocity.